opens up about the Lord of the Rings prequel series The Rings of Power. Penned by J.R.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings remains one of the most celebrated and popular fantasy book series ever written. In 2001, the film adaptation of Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings, helmed by Jackson, debuted in theaters. Fellowship of the Rings was the first film of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogies, which were a massive success at the box office. Then, in 2017, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos announced his endeavor to produce Prime Video's own Game of Thrones and ordered a television series adaptation of Lord of the Rings. Set in a timeline thousands of years before Frodo Baggins embarks on his mission to destroy the One Ring, the Rings of Power takes place in the Second Age. Lasting 3,441 years, the Second Age begins with the downfall of antagonist Morgoth, marks the forging of the One Ring, and stages the war between the elves and Sauron. Slated to premiere on September 2nd, The Rings of Power Season 1 will introduce plenty of new faces to the epic saga while detailing the backstories of popular characters featured in Jackson's trilogy. Despite Jackson overseeing Middle-earth for all the film adaptations and scoring the Oscar for Best Director in 2004, the filmmaker revealed the Rings of Power series never approached him for consultation. Now, Jackson opens up about the upcoming fantasy series. Per THR, Jackson reveals he plans to watch The Rings of Power and is looking forward to Amazon's adaptation. Speaking on the high-budget project, Jackson says the creative forces behind the series never followed up with him despite initially asking if he was interested in being involved. However, Jackson appears to hold no grudge and says he is looking forward to tuning into The Rings of Power as a fan of the epic franchise. "I'll be watching it. I'm not the sort of guy who wishes ill will. Filmmaking is hard enough. If somebody makes a good film or TV show, it's something to celebrate. The one thing I am looking forward to is actually seeing it as a perfectly neutral viewer."